In the vault today, we're looking at some stories by Alf Prøysen. He's a Norwegian author, and he wrote a number of stories about a character named Mrs. Pepperpot. And he is from Norway and very popular there. But these are stories that I don't, I never heard of these growing up in America. I don't think it really hit any kind of American audiences. So I wanted to really bring him out because these are really, really lovely, delightful stories to share with your children, or if just you want to find like a little entertaining read for yourself. But he wrote several books, and this is an omnibus. It can be it's very affordable uh, paperback, so it's nothing very special about the version of it. But this one has all the stories, and it is this version is over 400 pages. But don't let that scare you. It is it's made up of wonderful things inside. But the cover here, it is a little misleading. This is not about a woman. This looks like a woman probably in her 30s or so. It's not. It's about a senior citizen, and she is a very very colorful character. So I want to show you the inside of this book. These stories were all written between the 1950s and 1970s. And as you can see, most of the stories here, they can range from a few pages to about 15 pages, maybe 20. Um, they all take about anywhere from 5 to 15, maybe 20 minutes to read, but they were a very, very good choice for um, bedtime stories, for just sitting down and having a story time. Each story in this is episodic, so it's a little self-contained story. And uh, as you can see, as we go through the pages here, they're very, very delightfully illustrated. There's a lot of illustrations to the text on the page, and it is about this older woman. And what happens to her is that she shrinks down to the size of it said some places say teaspoon, but it's more, as you can see, down to probably about a Smurf size, couple apple, 3 apples high or so. She does not have control over when she changes into that size, and it's really about what she does when she to when she's dealing with life and overcoming obstacles and so forth. She's a curmudgeon of a character. She's very spunky. She uh, can be bossy, and she can also be humbled in the stories, and they're very witty, snarky stories that if you've read Naughty Little Sister by Dorothy Edwards, or explored some of the Lindgren stories, it's a similar feeling. They're like very gentle, funny stories, but they also have a sense of realism. There's some real consequences. There's the character herself is she lives with her husband, and they live in a rural area. They're not rich. They're poor. It's after the war. It's there's just more realism. There's more like grit to it, I guess you could say. But they have when she does shrink down to a small size, she can talk to animals. There's a very very funny story in here about when she shrinks down, and for Easter chicks here, she shrinks down to the size of a chick, and a mother hen thinks that she's a chick and is treating her as such. And and usually Mrs. Pepperpot's the one who is bossing the animals around, and this time this chicken is bossing her around. But the chicken is speaking Italian, and there's just some funny back and forth there, because of course Mrs. Pepperpot doesn't speak Italian. Uh, anyway, so she's a very for something that was written in the 1950s, 60s, I think into the 70s. There's nothing very controversial in these stories, and again, coming from my perspective, being female and trying to when I I've mentioned this before, but growing up, I didn't see a lot of characters that I really, really enjoyed that were female, that were strong for, and just part of, as part of her character. And she is definitely that. So the husband is, it takes on more of a traditional role here of being like the a little bit dismissive, cranky old man. But he's sort of the straight man to her, so he is the butt of the joke a little bit, and but she definitely takes some things on the chin, or she fun is poked at her as well. She, like I said, she has some humbling moments through these scenarios, but really heartwarming, gentle stories like that are easy to read. My kids, I did read this entire book to my kids for bedtime stories. We got through it in I think in about 3 weeks or a month or so. Um, they tended to ask for more if they could get more. So anyway, yeah, recommend Mrs. Pepperpot Stories, and I would love to know what you think if you've heard of her before, if you've read these stories before, especially if you're in the United States. I've just never came across this. So happy reading, and I'll see you in the vault.